I'm not looking forward to making this video, man. I'm simply making this video because some of the subscribers yesterday actually requested me nicely. They said, Thomas, man, can you please make a video, tell us what you think and feel about this situation between Ngizwe Mchunu and Julius Malema. If it was according to me, I would have continued to ignore this video the same way I ignored making this video yesterday. You see this video of Ngizwe Mchunu, I didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot internet pole yesterday. I didn't want anything to do with this video. Because I'm sick and tired of Julius Malema, man. I'm sick and tired of Ngizwe Mchunu. I'm sick and tired of these people, man, dividing our people. I'm sick and tired. I don't know why the people right now are on the internet trying to compare who is a better man between Ngizwe Mchunu and Julius Malema. As far as I'm concerned, these two people are the same. And they deserve each other. They deserve each other. The one thing that really frustrates me about this whole scenario between Ngizwe Mchunu and Julius Malema is that Ngizwe Mchunu and Julius Malema, they are both influential in their own right. So when they fight, people on the ground are going to be divided. That is the only thing that really frustrates me about these two guys. If these two guys, man, were not as influential, I don't think we would be on this platform, man, to talk about them. But because we are here talking about them, it is because these two people are influential, and it frustrates me because these two people, when they fight, the people on the ground are divided. I don't know why the EFF supporters are all over social media crying because Ngizwe Mchunu hates Julius Malema, simply because Julius Malema is a paid man from Limpopo and Ngizwe Mchunu is a Zulu man from KZN. You know, when you listen to Ngizwe Mchunu speak, you can understand that Ngizwe Mchunu does not hate Julius Malema because of the EFF, because of the policies of the EFF, or because of the Julius Malema's aspirations of actually becoming the president of the country. No, that's not why Ngizwe Mchunu hates Julius Malema. Ngizwe Mchunu simply hates Julius Malema based on tribe. He hates Julius Malema because Julius Malema comes from Limpopo and he comes from KZN. I don't know why the EFF supporters are crying about that. I mean, like, guys, what exactly were you hoping to get? You guys have been pushing this whole thing of racial politics in South Africa for such a long time. Do not come here and act surprised when someone is discriminating against you or your leadership, because you guys have been pushing this whole racial politics for such a long time. I honestly don't know why you EFF supporters are crying all over social media. I don't know. The reason why I'm saying these two people are the same is because you remember when this whole nonsense started, Ngizwe Mchunu said that Julius Malema must not go and make his manifesto launch in KZN. Julius Malema must go to make his manifesto launch in Limpopo. If Julius Malema wants to make his manifesto launch in KZN, Julius Malema must go and beg the likes of Ngizwe Mchunu for approval. And he must beg the likes of Ngizwe Mchunu speaking in Sizulu. I remember how frustrated and angry South Africans were. Man, I came on this platform and I said, guys, I'm disgusted at what Ngizwe Mchunu said, but I am not surprised at what Ngizwe Mchunu said. I am disgusted at what he said, but I am not surprised at what he said. After saying all of that, the EFF team in KZN, they actually made Ngizwe Mchunu pay. Because Ngizwe Mchunu was a brand ambassador for JSC Motors. The EFF in KZN made sure that Ngizwe Mchunu loses his sponsorship with JSC Motors. And Ngizwe Mchunu came back and apologized. He came back and apologized to Julius Malema and the EFF. So in my understanding is that, okay, maybe it's even. You said something disgusting about Julius Malema. The EFF made you pay. You have already apologized. You are even. It's 1-1. The reason why I say that Julius Malema is not the leader, he does not even possess the qualities of a leader, is because recently Julius Malema had a press conference and the EFF, you know that the EFF, they are gearing up for that 10th anniversary at Moses Mabizat Stadium. The EFF is gearing up for that. You know that the EFF is mobilizing in KZN. So Julius Malema and the EFF, they made a press conference not so long in Moses Mabida Stadium. And in this press conference, Julius Malema was asked about Ngizwe Mchunu. I mean, guys, this is where you will see who is a leader and who is not a leader. Julius Malema understands that Ngizwe Mchunu said something disgusting about him and his party and basically about the people of Limpopo. Ngizwe Mchunu, the EFF made him pay for actually saying disgusting things about Julius Malema and the EFF. Ngizwe Mchunu apologized to the EFF and Julius Malema for saying all of those things about him. Julius Malema was asked about Ngizwe Mchunu. Instead of Julius Malema coming out and saying that Ngizwe Mchunu, I know what he said about me and the EFF is horrible. I know that he has already suffered the consequences of actually saying all of those tribalistic things about us and the EFF. But I know that Ngizwe Mchunu has already apologized and I am going to forgive him. As an African brother, I'm actually inviting him to come to Moses Mabhida on the 10th of February to come and enjoy this day with the economic freedom fighters. We do not have any hate for Ngizwe Mchunu. We love Ngizwe Mchunu. You know that the EFF is a pan-Africanist party. We are pushing for one Africa, so we are not going to hate you. We are going to understand that you made a mistake, but because you are our brother, we love you and we actually invite you to come to the celebrations on the 10th of February 2024. I expected Julius Malema to say that because Julius Malema is supposedly a leader. But no, Julius Malema loves controversy. Julius Malema loves it when the people of this country are divided. Julius Malema loves it when there's controversy left, right and center. That's what he loves. When Julius Malema was asked about Ngizwe Mchunu, he said that Ngizwe Mchunu is just a small boy, and he continued to insult Ngizwe Mchunu. So the question comes, man, why did you insult Ngizwe Mchunu when Ngizwe Mchunu has already paid for saying horrible things about you and the EFF? Why did you continue to insult Ngizwe Mchunu when Ngizwe Mchunu has already lost the sponsorship with JSC Motors for saying disgusting things about you? Why did you continue, man, to insult Ngizwe Mchunu, man? I thought the matter was done. I thought the matter was done. But no, that's not how Julius Malema operates. That's not how he operates. And this is the reason why I'm saying, man, there's no way this man can be a leader. There's no way there can be a leader. Because if you are a leader, man, you need to show the people that sometimes I'm bigger than this situation. I'm bigger than this person. But no, Julius Malema had to resort to his own insults. Now, Ngizwe Mchunu said, to hell with that apology, to hell with JSC Motors, I'm going back to my stances. You come from Limpopo, do not come here in KZN. The EFF supporters are crying again. They are crying again. Because Ngizwe Mchunu now, he has reverted back to his initial thoughts. They are crying again. So the question comes, why are you people crying? Why are you crying? You are so used to not holding Malema accountable that Malema actually insulted a man who has already apologized to him. And you guys say nothing about that. You expected Ngizwe Mchunu to simply take it and move away, because that's how you people are used to doing things there in the EFF. You are used to Julius Malema spitting in your face and looking the other way. You are used to Julius Malema punching you in your gut and looking the other way. You expected Ngizwe Mchunu to do the same thing. Ngizwe Mchunu said, no, I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm going to revert back to my initial thoughts. And Julius Malema comes from Limpopo. He's a petty man. He must not do the manifesto launch in KZN. Now they are threatening the EFF and the event of the EFF on the 10th of February 2024. So the question is, why didn't the EFF supporters actually hold their leaders accountable and say, man, that man had already apologized. What is it exactly that you want from Julius? What is it exactly that you want from Ngizwe Mchunu? We understand that he said something horrible about you, but you are a leader. You need to expect people to say horrible things about you. Why didn't you just say, okay, it's fine, Ngizwe Mchunu said all of those things. I know that the EFF team has already dealt with that matter, so we are going to put that matter aside. We love Ngizwe Mchunu. We invite Ngizwe Mchunu because we are pushing for one Africa. Ngizwe Mchunu is a black man, just like I'm a black man. We are going to show the people of this country that just because I'm from Limpopo and Ngizwe Mchunu is from KZN, it doesn't mean that we cannot unite. We are going to unite from Limpopo to KZN, but Julius Malema is not a man of unity. He's not a man of unity. So guys, this is what Ngizwe Mchunu said about Julius Malema yesterday.
Ngithi Julius Malema. Ngithi Selo. Julius Malema. Usukhathaze kakhulu kulelizwe laseNingizimu Afrika.
You have bothered us so much in this land of us in South Africa.
You think
you are a king.
ukuthi wena kulelizwe njoba wena uhamba usantshwa zonke igodi lezi they can do it, other people, but me, I can never allow this country and this continent to have a political god like you. You are a political devil. You are not a political god, as your colleagues and your organization portray to be. Never. Ziyakhala manje. Angithi awungazi uzongazi-ke manje. 2021 odi ziyakhala manje. Dabukisa laphana. Uyowenza imanufacture yakho laphana lapha eSoweto. Awuthi awungazi. Awungazi. Are you sure?
So one of the things that Julius Malema said during the press conference is that, man, Ngizwe Mchunu is not a big artist. He's not really familiar with Ngizwe Mchunu. So that's why Ngizwe Mchunu keeps saying, Aungaze, you don't know me, you don't know me. So guys, can you see that whole thing of One Africa is crumbling down? Do you know why that whole philosophy of yours as the EFF of One Africa is crumbling down? It's because you people have been hiding behind racism for such a long time. You have ignored this whole thing of tribalism. You have been hiding behind racism and discrimination for such a long time. You have enjoyed insulting white people, insulting the Afrikaners, insulting the Indians, insulting the Muslims, simply because you didn't want to deal with this thing of tribalism. This is your making. This is your making. Your leader actually had a chance to actually put this whole thing to rest. So the EFF supporters, man, you guys need to find a seat and sit down. You need to find a seat and sit down. It can't be. I see the EFF supporters online saying that how can Ngizwe Mchunu say something about this? Julius Malema is a black man and Ngizwe Mchunu is also a black man. How can you make white people laugh at us, black men laughing at each other, man? You know these people, man, it's either these people are ignorant or it's either these people, they don't know their history. Because if you know your history, the EFF loves to say, before the white people get here, before the white people get here. If you know your history, before the white people get here, black people, men, were divided by tribes. There's always been wars amongst the black people by tribes. So this whole thing of yours of now pretending that if white people leave this country or if we get rid of all this white monopoly capital, then suddenly black people are going to love each other. It's false. It's false. It's false. And this is the reason why I keep saying that, Julius Malema, there's no need for you to go around in Africa preaching One Africa, preaching we are going to unite Africa, whereas you people are failing to unite South Africa. You actually had a chance to say that, guys, I know that Ngizwe Mchunu said something horrible about me. I'm going to invite him still, even though that he comes from KZN, I come from Limpopo. I'm going to show the people of this country that a Limpopo man can stand next to a KZN man, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But because you didn't want to deal with the whole thing, and because you guys don't want to deal with the fact that black people, we also have hate towards each other in this country. You don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that. You want to live in this cocoon that white people are bad, white people, the Afrikaners are bad, the Indians are bad, the black people are the most innocent people. But that whole thing is crumbling. And now it is more painful because you are being discriminated against by your own black people. I mean, like, it would have been softer if the EFF or Julius Malema were being told by white men that do not come to KZN, man, we would have been on these platforms to say, man, that is racist and that is all sort of things. But it is painful, even to me. This is the reason why I didn't want to talk about this thing, because it is painful to see two black men fighting. Two black men fighting, they're fighting over what? Over that one man is a Pedi and this guy is a Zulu. It makes no sense. But if you look in our history, there have always been divisions amongst black people. There's always been divisions. So this whole notion that if black people come together, white people go away, suddenly black people are going to come together, we're going to have one Africa that actually loves each other. That, guys, it is a dream. It is a dream. So if Julius Malema wants to go out in Africa and actually unite Africa, you cannot unite Africa if you cannot unite South Africa. There is no template for any united Africa. Africa is divided so much by tribes and races, man. There is no template. These people actually had a chance of actually making South Africa a template so that when they go out there in the world and talk about united country, they can say, man, we have a united country that is called South Africa. We can help unite the whole continent. They don't want to talk about that. They love hiding behind racism. You people love hiding behind discrimination. Now it's painful. It is painful because your own black man is telling you he hates you, not because of your political affiliations, not because of your political standings. He simply hates you because you are a petty man from Limpopo and he is a Zulu man from KZN. Julius Malema and Ngizwe Mchunu are the same. Ngizwe Mchunu started by saying something horrible about Julius Malema. He apologized, but still he went back to his initial thoughts of actually insulting Julius Malema in the EFF. Julius Malema, man, had kept his composure when Ngizwe Mchunu was saying all of those things. Ngizwe Mchunu was punished. Ngizwe Mchunu paid with money, literally. Paid with money, literally. Instead of Julius Malema saying that, okay, the man has already paid, I think he has already learned his lesson, he says, no, let's fight again. So this is the reason why I'm saying, man, these two people deserve each other. You people deserve each other. The one thing I really hate about this whole scenario is that you people have influence. Now you are going to divide South Africans. Now you are going to divide the people of Limpopo with the people of KZN. This is exactly what you are going to do. I know that you people are not aware of your consequences, but this will be your consequences. I know you love going around dividing South Africans without any consequences, but this will be the consequences, because if this fight between Julius Malema and Ngizwe Mchunu, it is not contained, I'm telling you, man, we are about to see a blood spilling amongst the black people. We are about to see blood spilling amongst black people. Or maybe then you will understand that there is no unity in Africa. There is no unity in Africa. I mean, guys, this is the reason why I didn't want to talk about this video, man. This is the reason why I didn't want to talk about these people. These people are the same, man. There's nothing positive that South Africans can get from Ngizwe Mchunu and Julius Malema. Nothing. 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 The supporters of Ngizwe Mchunu must shut their whole mouth because Ngizwe Mchunu apologized and lost the sponsorship, but still went back to his initial thoughts. The supporters of Ngizwe Mchunu must sit on the side. The supporters of the EFF, man, they need to keep their mouth shut because Julius Malema was insulted and the man apologized, but still Julius Malema came back and still insulted the man. You people, man, are a cancer within our society. Our project to actually unite South Africans, man, will be derailed by people like Ngizwe Mchunu and Julius Malema. And if you really think about it, man, in South Africa, there's not even a one politician who has said, man, how about we unite black people in this country? How about we unite black people in this country? No, you have the EFF telling you that the Zimbabweans and the Mozambicans and all the foreigners all across Africa must come to South Africa because we are one Africa. But in South Africa right now, they are being insulted by people who were born in the same country, people who are black like them. They are advocating for the rights of illegal foreigners. They are saying nothing about the fact that they are being insulted by the same people who were born in the same country as them. You people deserve each other. Ngizwe Mchunu, Julius Malema, go ahead and destroy each other. The only unfortunate part about this whole thing is that you people are dividing the people on the ground. You are dividing the people on the ground, whether you would like to admit it or not. You are dividing the people on the ground. There is nothing positive that South Africans are getting from you. Nothing. Nothing. As for Julius Malema, man, the man has literally failed to show South Africans that he is a leader. He had a chance to actually bury this whole thing. He had a chance to be a bigger person and actually bury this whole scandal. But no, because Julius Malema is Julius Malema, he had to divide the South Africans. So guys, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this video any further. Guys, I don't know. Please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button. And the most important part is subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.